Good morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Friday the 21st of September 2018. I'm Darren Sinden and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right, let's kick off as ever with a look at the overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. I just want to start with an observation about dollar index. Look where it's trading, 93.92. No great shakes in terms of movement yesterday, but look at the weekly move, down by over 1%. And of course, that means we've seen a move that's encompassed two big figure changes already this week so far. In terms of the dollar's performance elsewhere, though, it was making gains against the Mexican peso, gains of 0.2% in the last 24 hours against the Mexican currency, and even bigger gains against the Japanese yen, where the dollar has appreciated by 0.25%, with the yen testing back towards 113 against the US currency. So some slightly contrasting fortunes there, but it's interesting to me to see the dollar deviating from perhaps other markets such as US equities. Okay, what's on the calendar today? Events that may move the markets. Well, we've had some fairly quiet sessions as far as macro data has been concerned this week, but we certainly can't say that's the case today. We've already had some all industry activity index data out of Japan at 4:30 this morning, and we'll look at some more Japanese data or the impact thereof momentarily. But to come in Europe at 7:30 GMT this morning, we will have market PMI, composite, manufacturing and services data out of Germany. And of course, the market will be looking intently at that and perhaps making projections from those German numbers to the wider Eurozone economy. And indeed, the Eurozone PMI data is also out this morning, but at 8 o'clock GMT. And again, we'll see manufacturing, services and composite reads from the wider Eurozone area. At 8:30, we'll have a snapshot of the UK government's finances in the shape of the public sector net borrowing requirement for August. And then we take a pause until 12:30 and jump over the Atlantic to Canada for a raft of inflation-linked data out of Canada with measures across July and August. Then at 13:45, we will have market PMI composite and services data out of the USA. And then to round the day off, at 1700, the always influential and always interesting Baker Hughes US oil rig count, a look at the number of active drilling rigs operational in the USA. Okay then, breaking news and comment that's caught my eye overnight. And first of all, US equity indices close at new highs and push Asian stocks higher in the process, led by names like Apple. In Japan, core consumer inflation has hit its own 6-month high, but manufacturing confidence has fallen to its lowest level for almost 2 years on trade war concerns, though there was a pickup, it must be noted, in manufacturing PMI, so some slightly contradictory evidence there from the Japanese manufacturing sector. Staying in Asia, the US is to sanction China and Chinese officials, it has announced, for buying a new Russian-made fighter aircraft and missile system. That purchase was in breach of existing sanctions against Russia for their interference, or alleged interference at least, in US elections. Okay, food for thought then, something to take away with you into the trading day and beyond, and why not think about this? It's just over 10 years since the start of the global financial crisis, which was triggered by the failure of the investment bank Lehman Bros. And that caused problems for the UK's banks and the wider economy. However, the UK economy has recovered and indeed evolved since then, and we can see just how that evolution and recovery has taken place in the chart opposite. It's worth taking the time to study this chart. You can see it provides a breakdown of a wide range of sectors and their contribution to UK output, and the change in UK output as signified by this thick black line since the first quarter of 2008. Lots of data there, and one perhaps to study at your leisure over the weekend. Right, please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading CFDs and foreign exchange on margin can be a risky business. If you're uncertain about those risks or the suitability of leverage products for you, then please do contact your Pepperstone account representative, and do take the time please to read this risk warning thoroughly. Thank you for your time.